Hello students, so welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to study about the mineral nutrition. Now see beta, the basic need of all living organisms is the same. Means they require macromolecules. Which macromolecules? Macromolecules like carbohydrate, proteins or fats. And they also require water and mineral for their growth and development. In this chapter, we are going to focus mainly on the inorganic plant nutrition. Is it clear? We are going to focus mainly on the inorganic plant nutrition. Now see next. But this chapter I will teach it the ways so that it will be easy for you. Okay. So if I'm moving my book from one page to another, please try to understand. You can also sit along with your NCERT to highlight the point. Now see beta, you know very well that most of the minerals, they are present in the soil and they enter through root. This you know very well. So question is how many minerals are present in the plant? So more than 60 out of 105 discovered. The discovery we have done of 105. Clear, but this much we have discovered. And more than 60 are present in plant. So more than 60 out of 105 discovered, they are present in the different plants. And we found that some plants are accumulating selenium also. They are accumulating selenium. Some are accumulating gold also. And if they are growing near the radioactive site, then they are found to be accumulating the radioactive strontium also. Okay, so these are the elements which we have observed present in the plants. There is technique also which help us to identify the minerals at very low concentration. It means this much low concentration also mineral we can identify. Now question comes in the mind, does these plants, these minerals which are present in the plant body like selenium, gold, strontium, are they really essential? Okay, so question come in the mind. The question is whether all the minerals which are present in the plant like gold or selenium, are they really necessary? How we will decide which mineral element is essential and which is not. So we have developed the criteria for essential mineral elements. So we have developed the criteria for essential. Now first criteria is the element should be necessary for growth and reproduction. It should be necessary for growth and reproduction. Second, it should be specific and it should not be replaceable. Means nitrogen deficiency can be fulfilled by nitrogen only. Third, it should be directly involved in metabolism. If any mineral element is fulfilling all these three criteria, it means that mineral element is essential. Beta, learn this way. Please learn growth and reproduction together. Okay, beta. It is necessary for growth and reproduction. Then specific point. And third, directly involved in metabolism. Clear, beta? After making this, now how to know which mineral element is essential or not? First of all, this criteria was given by Arnon and Stout. So this criteria was given by Arnon and Stout. Now how to study the role of the minerals, what is the deficiency symptoms, and what do they play the role in the plant growth and development. So the technique was discovered by Julius von Sack. Now let me explain you the technique. Now see beta, in 1860, Julius von Sack, he was a German botanist. He observed that plant can be grown to maturity in a nutrient solution in absence of soil, because you know very well, soil provides two things to the plant, water and mineral. So he thought, if I can provide water and mineral to the plant without using soil, can my plant grow or not? So this technique was first developed by Julius von Sack, and this technique is known as hydroponics technique, or it is also known as soilless culture. Clear, beta? This is also known as soilless culture. So it is not there, soil is not there. As a result, your culture is free from the soil. So you are finding it is free from the root-borne pathogens also. Root-borne pathogens also. Is it clear? So after a series of experiments in which roots of the plants are immersed in a nutrient solution, where elements are added or they are removed. Okay, so mineral solutions which is suitable for the plant growth was obtained. So as a result, we can say, that by this method of hydroponics, essential elements were identified. So hydroponics help us to identify the essential elements. Okay, by this technique, essential elements were identified. We identified the deficiency symptoms also. And hydroponics, later on, we use this technique for the commercial production of vegetables like tomato, seedless cucumber, and lettuce. Is it clear, beta? Now, main thing is this case, the nutrient solution which you are taking it, that should be properly aerated. Okay, that should be properly aerated because root needs to respire. If cells are not respiring, the cell death is there because of the anaerobic condition, then obviously you are not able to identify the role of mineral ions, because when the plant is dead, you cannot study anything. So see in this diagram, try to focus beta. Here you are taking the funnel for adding the nutrient. You have kept the cotton so that no other microbe should enter from any openings. So wherever you are entering something like a funnel, or you're keeping this plant, or you are putting the aerating tube, around that cotton is always there, so that the microbes from the atmosphere should not enter and should not contaminate your nutrient solution. Clear, beta? This tray is there. You check, beta. I'll just highlight it with the red color. In this tray, check carefully. This is a tray. And if you see in this tray, you are taking this one experiment outside, you're finding the roots are going in this direction, which gives us idea that first of all, this tray is tilted. This pipe is tilted. Is it clear? So pump is used to send the nutrient solution up. Focus, beta. Pump is used to send the nutrient solution up and finally entering into the pipe, and from pipe it is going in this direction, and finally it is draining out from the pipe. Is it clear, beta? So pump will circulate the nutrient solution from the reservoir to the elevated end. Okay, so that is why I'm saying it is tilted, because it is going to the elevated end. We are saying elevated means, I hope you are understanding it. Solution will flow down. Okay, so it is because it is tilted, so from up it is flowing down, return to the reservoir due to gravity. Is it clear, beta? And arrow, if you see in this diagram, arrow indicates the direction of the flow. So it is telling us is the roots are actually moving in which direction? Roots are always moving towards the tank where the nutrient solution is there. So up till here, what we have understood, beta, let me revise. First of all, out of 105, 60 are present in plant. Gold, selenium, radioactive strontium is also present. Question come in the mind, are all these mineral elements essential or what? Let us develop criteria. Number one, growth and reproduction. It should support growth and reproduction. Number two, specific. Number three, it should be directly involved in metabolism. Who helped us to do this work identification? Julius Wonsack. He developed a technique, hydroponics. Hydroponics means soil-less culture, in which plants are grown in a defined nutrient solution. By this, he studied the role of essential mineral elements, he studied their deficiency symptoms, and we later on used it for commercial production of tomato, seedless cucumber, and lettuce. When you're keeping in the beaker, you are putting a cotton plug around it. Reason is, you don't want it to be contaminated by the microbes. So I hope up till here concept is clear, beta. Now, based upon this criteria, what we made, only few elements have been found to be essential. Is it clear? And they are divided into two categories based on their requirement, macronutrient and micronutrient. Macro means they are present in the plant tissue in the large amount, first of all. Means more than 10 millimole per kg of dry matter. Now, micronutrient are also known as trace element. Please remember, this is again question area. Micronutrient are also known as trace element, and they are required in the small amount, means they are required less than 10 millimole per kg. So more than 10 millimole per kg of dry matter is macro. Less than is micro. Now see it, I'll give one learning tips. For macro, I'm writing it here. Okay, beta, please focus. You do one thing, write CHO, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, because it is required for the carbohydrate, proteins, fats, everything. Then write NPK. If you remember, beta, this is a fertilizer, NPK fertilizer. Clear? Then you write, my learning tips I'm speaking, calcium, manganese, sulfur. CHO, NPK, calcium, manganese, sulfur. Check beta macro. C, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, CHO, NPK. Clear? Calcium, manganese, sulfur. All the mineral ions are covered by this. So I think so total macro is coming number is 9. Macro are 9 in number. Of which, if you see CHO, they are not absorbed in the ionic form. They are absorbed from the atmosphere. Carbon is taken from the carbon dioxide and hydrogen and oxygen is obtained from the water. Remaining all are absorbed from the soil as a mineral nutrition. Is it clear? Now for micro. I'll give my learning tips. Try to focus better. Cubicle, frozen, momos. Cu means copper. B means boron. Cl means chlorine. Fr means iron. Z means zinc. N means nickel. Mo means molybdenum. And do one thing here, last one you rub it and write N. Okay. This is manganese. So see beta, cubicle. Cubicle means, focus beta, copper, boron, and chlorine. So cubicle is clear. Frozen. Frozen means iron, zinc, nickel. Momos, molybdenum, manganese. So if you learn this learning tips, I think so you are not going to do any mistake. No mistake you will do if you will learn this way learning tips. Okay, beta? So this is for macro and this is for micro. Now 4 beneficial elements are there. So macro total is coming 8. Macro total is coming 8. So 9 plus 8 means 17. That is why we are saying 17 essential elements. So 17 essential elements are present, in which 9 are macro and 8 are micro. Now 4 beneficial, learn this with CS3. C is cobalt. S3S you have to write. Sodium, silicon, and selenium. These all are your beneficial elements. See beta, there are some beneficial elements. I'll highlight it. Please focus beta. Beneficial elements. Which beneficial elements? Like sodium, silicon, selenium, 3S, okay? And then cobalt. So I think so this will help you to learn this area. Clear beta? So remember 9 macro, 8 micro, and beneficial 4. These are essential elements. Total 17 are essential elements. And these are your beneficial elements. Now, whatever essential elements we have identified, we can group them into 4 basic categories. 4 broad categories we can make it, depending upon their diverse function. Number 1, it is a component of biomolecule. Biomolecule, I think so you know, carbohydrate, fat, protein, nucleic acid. For them, the component is always carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. So they are the component of biomolecule and hence they are structural elements of cell. If they ask you question structural element, these 4. Some are important components of energy related chemicals. Okay. Some elements are important component. If you need ATP, P means phosphate. So I think so phosphorus is present in ATP. Then beta one thing, Chlorophyll is the one which is going to trap light energy and convert that light energy into chemical energy. So it is also related with energy. To maintain the structure of chlorophyll, we want center magnesium. So magnesium in chlorophyll. Clear, beta? Now see beta, next is few essential elements, they will activate or they will inhibit the enzyme activity. For example, magnesium. Okay, magnesium is an activator for ribosco ribulose 1,5-biphosphate carboxylase oxygenase, and it is also activator for pepcase phosphoenol pyruvate carboxylase. And these both enzymes will be studying in the photosynthesis. So you can write down ribosco here. Activator for ribosco is magnesium. Okay, write this way. And activator of pepcase is also magnesium. Write it in the ionic form beta. Okay, you will learn this way. Now, second is zinc. Zinc is an activator of alcohol dehydrogenase. We will study in the respiration. So, alcohol dehydrogenase. Okay, but write it. An activator is zinc. So, zinc is an activator of alcohol dehydrogenase. Then molybdenum in the nitrogenase is present. Molybdenum is a component of nitrogenase. So nitrogenase enzyme and its component is molybdenum. So this is the way you can just make it here and you can learn it properly. Fourth category is this, is some essential elements, they can alter the osmotic potential. For example, potassium ions will play the role in the opening and closing of a stomata. So I think so this much topic is clear. We can group the essential elements into 4 broad categories. So essential elements are grouped into 4 broad categories based on their diverse function. Is it clear? They are component of biomolecule, they are a component of energy related compound, they are activator or inhibitor of enzymes, and they can alter the osmotic potential of cell. So I hope so in this video, this much topic is clear. In the next video, we are going to study role of macro and micronutrient.